This is Tallebudgera Creek. That's Burley Headland there. It goes out to sea. Lives have been lost on that sandbar, and at the moment they're dredging it. Haha, well. My dogs were just pulling me, saying hello to that dog, so I had to stop filming. As I was saying, that was Burley Headland, which I've shown from the other side, from Burley Beach. Lives have been lost on that sandbar, and they're dredging it right now. Also, dogs have been taken in this creek by sharks, because it does go right out to sea, as you can see. So I don't really like my dogs swimming in here. I have allowed them to, but I keep a very careful eye on them. Hugo, if you get taken by a shark, I guess at least I'll have a video on YouTube that will go viral and get me 1 million hits. If I see a fin, I'll yell, and you better come back, okay? Good boy. Good boy. Don't pull me, please, dogs. Don't pull me. The tide's out. You can see where the tide normally is by the shellfish. What are they called? Limpets or whatever. They're covering the rocks. Very, very sharp. You would not be able to go on those rocks in bare feet. And you can see them up the concrete posts to where the high tide mark is. These dogs are pulling me and pulling me because they haven't been under this bridge before, and they're very excited. But once again, you can see where the tide comes up to. By the way, these rocks are covered in shellfish. A couple of birds there drying themselves off. Look like cormorants. That is Mount Springbrook. I've been up there, but I've driven up there. I've never actually climbed it. One day, maybe. Nice little beach over there. This is the dog off-leash area. So I'm going to let the dogs off the leash. Stop, dog, stop, 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 stop. Let me at least get you off the leash. Let me just finish doing what I'm doing, please. Even though it was only spring day before yesterday, people all winter, in fact, have been out swimming and surfing and what have you. There's a dog approaching my too. Okay, I'll let you off the leash now. Okay? Good boys. Big difference in size. That's more their size. Sand dunes with vegetation. They keep having to revegetate it because the big storms that we get from the Pacific, they go right up there at the tides. So if you go right across there, and if you were in a jet plane, and if you travel for maybe 15 So if you travel for about 14 hours that way, which is northeast, you'll reach the United States, specifically California. Hugo's much more used now to dog-free beaches since his first visit to the other beach on the Spit. This beach is Tallebudgera Beach. They take one sniff of my two and they're not interested. I'm trying to go back, but Hugo doesn't want to. Well, we let Hugo enjoy himself. He'll stay for a while. Nice is just staying around me. And Hugo's right in the middle. Come on, Hugo. Come on, Hugo. We're going to have to go and get him. Come on. Come on. It's just all too exciting for him. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. You're having a great time, aren't you? Look, there's an exit from the beach up there. So that's where we're going to head for, Hugo, okay? Up there. Let's go. Hugo. Let's go. Hugo. Hugo, come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Hugo, come. Good boy. Obedient dog. This sand is so powdery it squeaks. Do you hear that? It's very, very fine sand. Meanwhile, they've taken me at my word and they're making straight for that exit up there. Right too. So this is a different view. We're almost at the entrance to the sea from Tallebudgera Creek. Do you see the sandbar there? The tide is right down. It's at low tide at the moment. At high tide, the surf comes over that sandbar and creates big waves. And boats that are coming out to go out to sea, who are not careful, get overturned by the big waves. So they're virtually told not to, this is boat people, are told not to try and exit the creek at the changing of the tide. But a lot of people don't listen and some lose their lives. So on this path, on this side to the left, that's Tallebudgera Creek where it hits the sea. And on this side there's Tallebudgera Beach, which is a dog beach, off-leash beach. Sand dunes. So the path ends in that arm of the headland. Now, here we go again. Can you see, the tide is just starting to come in, and can you see how it's making the waves? They're called pressure waves because they're being funneled into this creek. And this is a calm sea. Imagine on a stormier sea, those waves are like 10 and 20 foot high and they overturn boats. And as they hit sandbars, They form waves, see that? So we're at the end of the arm of Tallebudgera Creek, one arm. Looking up Tallebudgera Creek. Do you see it's raining on Springbrook now? Springbrook is the mountain up there. It's the highest mountain in southeast Queensland. Burleigh Headland. Behind that, out of sight, is Burleigh Beach. The high rises are Surfers Paradise. And if I turn around 180 degrees, there's the Dog Beach, the off-leash beach. That far headland is not Queensland, that's New South Wales, that's the Tweed Shire. You're looking several miles away there. And now we're back in Queensland. And that's a seagull. Oh, plenty of seagulls. Oh, look there. He's actually dive bombing me. Not happy with me, that seagull. There's a dog down there. Don't know if you can see that. Meanwhile, my dogs have found some offal, some fish offal from where a fisherman was here. And you see the blood and all that. So, my dogs are very happy with that. Okay, we're going to walk back down there now. So the sand that they're pouring onto Burleigh Beach, which I showed a couple of weeks ago, originates here with that dredge, and there's the pipeline. Burleigh Point Outrigger Canoe Club, and a bird, and outrigger canoes. Canoes, they're mighty big for canoes, aren't they? A little bit bigger than your average Hiawatha type canoe. I'm getting pulled by the dogs. Come on, let's go. We've been walking for nearly 3 hours and these dogs are still pulling me. They're pulling strongly. This is after 3 hours walking, including on a beach, on the creek here. They've been swimming, they've been going. Before this 3 hours, we went for an hour's walk in another place this morning, early this morning at about 5 o'clock. So they're super fit dogs.